Hi everyone. Welcome to week 5 of our Comp 1 class. You should have submitted your final draft of writing project 1. So this week we're going to be working on our second writing project, which asks you to analyze media images through the lens of someone else's ideas. And we're going to be talking plenty about what a lens is, so if that doesn't mean much to you at this point, don't worry. We're going to get started by watching several videos, and I'd like you to watch them carefully because it's important to develop a good working knowledge of their content because you're going to be applying the ideas from the videos to your own writing in Writing Project 2. For task 5.1, you are going to familiarize yourself with the assignment sheet for Writing Project 2. Lens texts are written works, videos, audio recordings, speeches, pretty much anything that provide a conceptual framework to help us see things in new ways and allow us to read, write, and analyze more critically. For Writing Project 2, we'll use the work of media scholars as our lenses to help us notice new things about the everyday images that surround us. So to begin, read the Writing Project 2 assignment description, which you can find under the Writing Projects tab over on the navigation bar here on the left. Be sure to also view the video intro that goes along with the assignment description, because I think that will also help you get a better understanding of what the project is going to be like. In task 5.2, you have some readings from the textbook. Specifically, I'd like you to read chapter 11, which is on analyzing texts. This is, analyzing text is one of the main techniques, one of the main writing strategies you'll be using in this upcoming project. So the explanations and examples in the book should be a good starting point for you. And if you'd like, you can look ahead at some of the student success gallery samples from week 8, which are sample writing projects from former students, which will give you an idea of kind of where we're headed with this project. In task 5.3, you're going to be watching some videos. I'd like you to watch one or more of the videos. So you only need to watch one. But I do recommend watching at least 2. That way that you don't have to be stuck with one thing. If you watch multiple of the videos, it will give you some different options to work with. It'll help you get a better idea of what your options are for this project. Each video below focuses on representations of gender and/or race in mass media. Remember that you'll choose one or more videos this week to serve as a lens through which you'll analyze 2 media images of your choosing. As a side note, what I might do is, if you haven't already, pause this video and go read the assignment sheet for Writing Project 2. I think if you read that assignment sheet, it'll make a lot of the activities this week make a little bit more sense. So if you're back from reading the assignment sheet, I'm going to pick up where I left off. To do a good job on your Project 2 assignment, you'll need to develop a strong working knowledge of the ideas presented in the videos. So I would recommend taking notes as you watch the videos that are included here. Also, notice that the transcripts for some of the videos are available above. So, if you like subtitles with a movie, or you like to read along with what something is saying, that's what a transcript is. It's just word for word what is being said in the video. If you have any trouble accessing the videos, you may need to use a different browser or to update your browser. You can call the Columbus State Help Desk at this number here, and they will assist you with that. Have a bit of a content warning here that you can read. I don't think there's anything too graphic in any of these videos, but if you are worried about things like that, just read a summary of the video before watching it. So the first video here is Killing Us Softly 4 by Gene Kilborn, which focuses largely on gender, specifically on depictions of women and how women are often sexualized in advertisements. Tough Guys 2 is by Jackson Katz. It also focuses on gender, but it focuses on men and toxic masculinity and sort of the guise or the like the mask that a lot of men wear to seem tougher or less emotional. And we have a few other videos here that are actually new to this course. We have Bring On the Female Superheroes by Christopher Bell, which also focuses on gender. We have Horror Noir, which is a history of Black horror, and this of course focuses on race. And then we have Confessions of a D-Girl, Colorism and Global Standards of Beauty, which also focuses on race. And finally, we have Race in Advertising by Jeff Selby, which again focuses on race. So a combination of different videos here. I don't expect you to watch all of them, but I would pick a few that sound interesting to you and watch those. Moving on. Task 5.4 is your discussion board or your first discussion board post for this week. For this discussion board, I'd like you to summarize one key idea or concept from any of the videos you watched and give at least one example from the video to illustrate that idea. Please be specific about what you are referring to. Some examples of key concepts in these videos are dismemberment, cool pose, racial equity lens, intersectionality, frames, and plenty more. As much as possible, try not to repeat a key concept that someone has already written about. So read through your classmates' posts before making your post and try to touch on something that not everyone has talked about yet. For task 5.5, you are going to find your images for writing project 2. You can use Google or any other search engine that you'd like. You are welcome to use ads from magazines. You can use billboards, movie posters, toy packaging. It just needs to be some sort of advertisement. Your picture needs to be selling something. And on top of that, I find that the best images are ones that are clearly selling a product. So even if the image is associated with a brand, make it usually better papers are ones that you can tell what is being sold in the image. I also have a few resources here that could help you find images. We have the Library of Congress Prints and Photographs online catalog, a collection of historical ads from Duke University, and then also just another collection of vintage advertisements. And I have some tips here for finding images. Remember that the image you choose must be ones that were produced by actual legitimate companies and circulated in mainstream media for real commercial purposes. So no like fake ads, nothing from fake companies. All of the images in the lens texts come from mainstream commercial sources, so your images should come from such sources as well. Please do not choose images that have already been discussed in our lens texts or in the sample student papers on Blackboard. So, in other words, don't just find an image that you've seen in someone else's paper or in one of the videos and write about that. Try to find your own image. Next, you'll have to submit your chosen images this week. So when you find images that are interesting to you, please be sure to save them to your computer. That way you can always find them again. If you choose images from actual print magazines, you should scan them or photograph them so that you do have electronic copies. If you need to take a picture of something, make sure that the image is clear and easy to read. Before searching for images, it'd be a good idea to reread the assignment sheet just to remind yourself of the goals and requirements of this project. And then here, since your primary goal in Project 2 is to apply ideas from Lens videos, and since the videos focus on representations of people, be sure to find images that actually have people in them, or at least characters that look like people. You'll have more success with this assignment if your images have actual people in them. Also, try to find 2 images that have something in common. So images like 2 different images from the same company, or 2 images that are selling similar products. Those sorts of images tend to work better for students when writing this paper. At the very least, you should pick images that are both doing a similar thing, like they're kind of using a similar advertisement strategy, or maybe both relying on the same type of stereotype. You should not choose images that are just completely different from each other. And then finally, you can choose images from 2 different time periods. So, you could choose something from, recently, and then compare it with something from, 10, 20 years, even more if you would like. Those can be pretty interesting projects. And when you submit your images, I will take a look at them and let you know if I have any issues with them. If you don't receive any comments saying like, hey, I think you need to find a better image, then your images are good to go. After you have picked your images for this project, you are going to respond to the questions below. Number 1, what specific images have you chosen? Are they ads, billboards, movie posters, or something else? Number 2, where did you find these images? And don't just say Google. You will need to cite your images in this project. And it is not enough to just say that something came from a Google search. So you'll need to be specific. Do these images actually portray people in some way in the images presented and or in the wording that accompanies them? Do the images have something in common, and explain the commonality? Number 5, off the top of your head, name at least one idea from one of the lens texts that you think applies to these images, and explain how it applies. Make sure that you are specific about which lens text you are referring to. And then overall, why have you chosen these particular images? In task 5.7, you are going to make your Friday discussion board post. For this post, I'd like you to read through your classmates' post from Wednesday, and you're going to write responses to at least 2 of them. Try to provide additional examples to support or even contradict the lens text concepts summarized in your classmates' posts. Try especially to provide examples based on ads or other images you've come across this week as a part of your own research. And then our last page of the week 5 module here, you are going to submit a couple of things. You're going to submit your responses that you wrote for task 5.6, and then you're also going to share the 2 images that you are going to focus on for writing project 2. That is it for this week. If you have any questions or anything, let me know and I will help you out.